Thanks for joining us. I'm here today with David Silver, Chief Technology Officer at Algemetric. Before we begin, David, do you want to make a quick introduction to yourself and Algemetric?
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Aaron, for the invitation. I'm very happy to be here today and talk a little bit about Algemetric and what we are doing as a company. But first, my name is David Silva. I'm from Brazil originally. I'm here in the US for 7 years now. I started a long time ago in 1998 as a software engineer and with the focus of working with web-based applications. And I did this in many capacities. I worked for large corporations, for startups, and even for government. And at some point, got really excited about agile methodologies for software development, and combined this with traditional project management methodologies as well. And this engagement took me to be very interested in excited about research and development and in particular of new technology. So I've been in this business of working with transformational technologies for a long time now. And that took me to take a step further and say, okay, so I need to go even deeper in the weeds and get more and more involved with deep tech. So that took me to take a little pause from industry, and I went to school to pursue master's and PhD in computer science. And that was when I got really involved with security and privacy technologies. So being at Algemetric is kind of a reconciliation of these two experiences in my life, like the industry experience with software engineering, but then with the theory and the practical implications of security and privacy that I got from academia. And now I'm putting all of this to practice at Algemetric.
Fantastic, fantastic. So you've come quite an extensive way. And so Algemetric are focused on democratizing computing on encrypted data. How are you achieving this?
Yeah, so this is a very powerful statement, right? Democratizing computing on encrypted data. And the way that we are doing this is with Prisma. Prisma is our major statement of this, is a low-code, no-code analytical tool that operates exclusively on encrypted data. And our decision is to make it easy for people that are not experts. They don't need to be data scientists or intelligence people, like in the business of analytics and intelligence, but they do have access in a very simple way to advanced statistics, analytics, and in all the way through the spectrum of analytics. So we are talking about descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, and prescriptive. All of this in a through a user-friendly interface. So we built Prisma to make it easy to get the benefits of it without the complexities associated with advanced technologies such as fully homomorphic encryption, multi-party computation. So what we are doing is, okay, so here's the benefit for you. Focus on your business model, focus on the value that you can extract from the tool, not so much on how hard it is to do that or how complex it is to do that. So that's our mission.
Yeah, yeah. So we hear this a lot about, the ease, the scalability, the availability and the applicability, the technology. Um, what types of organizations are and should be looking to adopt algometric and other types of pets?
I would love to say my favorite response would be every single organization, right? So, but in order to get started, or at least feel a little bit of progress from where we are right now towards like a more desirable future, I would say that healthcare, finance, legal, and government would be the four major verticals that deal with highly sensitive data. They are very much regulated, and I would say that's kind of a no-brainer to go that direction. And in each one of these verticals, you have these immense subdivisions. Like you can go in healthcare, you have children's health, you have women's health, and you have so many facets of how to approach and how to organize this entire segment. This is true for the other verticals as well. I would say that it's security and privacy are becoming more and more something that should not ever be considered an option, right? So you gotta do you have to be concerned about these things, and it's imperative that us as service providers we participate, like we engage in the process of making people understand more and more and comfortable with the idea that regulations are here to stay. They're going to get more strict over time, and threats are only going to increase. So we cannot pretend this situation is going to go away anytime soon. So it is a serious commitment from any organization in any vertical, but especially in those that I mentioned, to be very concerned about this, to take actions like concrete actions, and to invest, because the potential loss of not investing in privacy enhanced technologies and equivalent solutions uh, overcome easily the amount of investment to be protected, to be compliant, and to work in a safe way.
Yeah, yeah. Stepping back to how you started and thinking with the perspective of, anyone and everyone should be looking to adopt pets, especially if they're using highly sensitive data. How can we improve industry adoption, the development of further use cases, and proof of concepts?
I believe there are at least two major initiatives that can help changing the current scenario, which is collaboration and education. When I say collaboration, I'm really thinking about the service providers coming together, understanding that we need to create this new environment, this new field in the industry where people understand what privacy enhancing technologies are, what they do, the benefits associated with them, and the risks of not paying attention to them. So, and when I talk about education, it's precisely a series of, events where the knowledge is being shared, and use cases are being, advocated, and we are talking about concrete results that of early adopters, and benefits of organizations that are, acquiring for investing in this direction. So the more we do this, like Kisako Research is an example of this, like events that promote like success cases, but also that talks about like difficulties and challenges and how to overcome them, and of course the threats and the dangers of not paying attention to this. So yeah, collaboration and education.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. Well, my next question was going to be how important are events like the Pet Summit series for bringing together industry and helping it develop? But you've labeled it there in particular, education is critical. So I suppose one final question to end on is the collaboration piece. We hear obviously pets, privacy enhancing technologies, but a lot of people elaborate on the fact that actually the name should potentially be partnership enabling technologies. Do you want to elaborate on that a little bit further?
Yes, I've heard this a lot. Like I've been in three pet summits so far, Singapore, London, and New York, and in all of them, this discussion took place, right? So I do agree that privacy enhancing technology might sound a little bit limiting. And the reason that I like partnership enhancing technology is because we don't need to change the acronym. Like we can stick to PATS. I've seen so many other options to it. I'm not a big fan of trying to change too much, because it's so hard to create a culture, to create a vocabulary, to create like a common knowledge, like a base for to start from there and advance. So I think yes, we need a better name. I'm super happy with private partnership enhancing technologies, but not too concerned to find the perfect name, because I don't think this is going to be so critical to change the landscape of where we are right now. Use cases is like the number one thing that we need as industry to open up doors for adoption. Like the more we've been seeing this and getting this feedback from many people, from industry, academia, government. We need success cases. As soon as we have success cases, like enough of them in the market, with concrete results, with economic benefit that can be measured, that can be assessed, then I think things are going to change more dramatically. The name, yes, here's my vote to partnership enhancing technologies. But I would like to say that the discussion on the name should not be so critical as sometimes we see, because if we are to focus on something, let's focus on use cases.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. Well, if people want to hear more about use cases, they can obviously join the Pet Summit series. As you mentioned, we take place 3 times a year, Europe, North America, and Asia Pacific. If they want to find out more about Algemetric, what's the best route to reaching out to you, David?
Yeah, so algemetric.com is our website, but you can find us on LinkedIn as well. And we try to share a little bit of what we do, our thoughts and our products as well. So yeah, if you want to get in touch, you can write to info@algemetric.com, and we'll be glad to respond to you.
Fantastic. Thanks very much, David.
Thank you.